Jin and V's mother rushed to hospital. BTS's V reportedly critically ill from extreme military training. The atmosphere at one of Seoul's top hospitals took a turn for the worse this morning as news of the critical condition of Kim Taehyung, better known as BTS's V, began to spread. This incident not only shocked the public, but also raised many questions related to the health of one of the world's biggest idols. Kim Seokjin, or Jin, a group mate and BTS's oldest member, was seen arriving at the hospital with an expression full of anxiety. Not long after, V's mother also reportedly arrived, looking panicked and rushing into the building. The presence of the two sparked great attention from fans and media who were already waiting outside the hospital area. A disastrous military exercise. Initial reports said that V's critical condition was strongly suspected to be caused by military exercises that were too heavy and extreme. As part of his preparation for military service, V reportedly attended a series of intensive training to maintain his physical and mental fitness. However, his busy schedule and high physical demands apparently had a bad effect on his health. According to one source who declined to be named, V experienced severe fatigue that led to complications in his respiratory function and blood pressure. He forced himself too much. As a perfectionist artist, V wants to make sure that he is not only physically ready, but also able to meet expectations as one of the leading public figures. The source said, emotional moments in the hospital. Jin was seen entering the hospital with a serious face and slightly puffy eyes, as if he had just received very shocking news. He quickly joins V's mother in the ICU waiting room, where V is being treated. Some witnesses reported that Jin was seen calming V's mother, who could not hide her anxiety. Jin, looked like he wanted to show calmness, but his expression couldn't hide the pain he felt. When he spoke to the medical staff, his voice sounded hoarse, probably from holding back tears. A witness said. Concerns of fans around the world. The news spread quickly, sparking a huge reaction from ARMY, as BTS fans are called, around the world. Social media was immediately flooded with hashtags, such as #PrayForV and #StayStrongTaehyung, with millions of fans expressing their concerns and prayers. Not a few are trying to find out more information about V's condition and how the treatment process goes. We know V is strong, but he's also human. We just wish her a speedy recovery and a return to her usual smile. A fan wrote on Twitter. Meanwhile, some fans domiciled in South Korea tried to approach the hospital area to provide moral support. However, security around the site has been tightened to ensure the privacy of V and his family is maintained. The relationship between Jin and V. Not a few noticed how emotional Jin was in this situation, given his close relationship with V. As the oldest member, Jin has always been known as a figure who protects and cares for other members. In various interviews, V often refers to Jin as an older brother who always gives him advice and support. This moment again shows the human side of the BTS members who have been known as public figures with busy schedules and tremendous pressure. Seeing Jin, who is trying hard to support V, many fans feel closer to this group. An official statement, yet until this news was revealed. Big Hit Entertainment, the agency that houses BTS, has not given an official statement regarding V's condition. This reticence sparked further speculation, but many suspect that the agency is trying to make room for BTS, families, and members to deal with the situation personally. Maybe they, Big Hit, want to make sure that the information provided later is completely accurate and does not cause additional concern, said an observer of the Korean entertainment industry. Prayer and global solidarity in the midst of this situation. ARMY from various countries showed their solidarity. Some fan communities even took the initiative to raise funds on behalf of V and donate them to health organizations or other charitable institutions as a form of moral support. This is our way of showing our love and support to V and BTS. We want them to know that they are not alone, wrote a fan from the United States. Meanwhile, on social media, hopeful messages continued to flow. We have to be strong for V, like he's always been strong for us. We must pray for his recovery and give all the support we can, wrote one fan from Japan. What will happen next? The future is still full of uncertainty, but one thing is certain. The world's attention is currently on V, Jin, and the entire BTS extended family. Will V recover soon? How did Jin's conditions seem to be so affected by this incident? All these questions can only be answered over time. However, behind all that, this incident reminds us that the stars we admire are ordinary people who also face trials and difficulties. In a moment like this, the unconditional support of fans becomes a very meaningful thing. While waiting for the good news, let's continue to send prayers and best wishes for V's healing and strength to Jin and all BTS members. The world may see them as superstars, but they are also a family that supports each other in ups and downs. Fact or sensation? Peeling the truth behind the news of Jin and V's mother, who rushed to the hospital. The news of BTS's Jin and V's mother reportedly rushing to the hospital due to V's critical condition has rocked many circles. Amid the frenzy of the media and social media, various speculations and public opinion about the truth of this incident arose. Is this really a heartbreaking tragedy? Or is it just a strategy to attract public attention? Evaluate the situation. What do we know? According to reports circulating, V's critical condition occurred as a result of military exercises that were considered too extreme. Jin, as a senior who is known to be very attentive to other BTS members, is said to have immediately taken action to accompany the V family during this difficult time. Plus, the presence of V's mother in the hospital provides an emotional touch that makes this story even more dramatic. However, with the lack of official information from Big Hit Entertainment, this story began to invite doubts. The facts presented, although they attract sympathy, also raise a fundamental question. How true is this information? And if so, why hasn't there been an official statement from the relevant parties? Hoax or reality? How does the public respond? The public response to this news was very mixed. Most fans showed their full support through social media, voicing their prayers and best wishes for V's recovery. Hashtags such as #PrayForV and #StayStrongBTS are trending across platforms, reflecting ARMY solidarity around the world. However, there are also skeptics questioning the validity of this news. Some comments from netizens questioned, why are there no visual recordings or concrete evidence of the situation in the hospital? Is this story too dramatic to be true? Why is there no direct statement from V or his immediate family? These doubts became even greater when several local media sources mentioned that they could not confirm V's presence at the hospital at the claimed time. Why should we think critically? In this digital age, news can be easily manipulated to produce a particular narrative. Unverified information is often used to create a wave of emotions, be it empathy, sympathy, or even controversy. As readers, it is important for us not to immediately believe every information we receive, especially if the source is unclear or there is no supporting evidence. Some things we can do to assess the credibility of the news. Check the source of information. Does this news come from trusted media or only from blogs and social media accounts without a clear reputation? Wait for an official statement. In this case, a statement from Big Hit Entertainment will be the key to determining the truth. Pay attention to the consistency of the narrative. If there are many discrepancies in media reports, this can be a sign that the information has not been verified. Ask the reader to think. Hoaxes or facts? What do you think? Does this news reflect the reality that Jin, V, and their families are facing? Or is this just a deliberate strategy to attract attention? The following questions can be a subject for reflection. How often do we as readers get consumed by emotional narratives without first looking for the facts? Could this be a hoax designed to increase engagement on social media? If this news is true, what should we as fans do to support artists without violating their privacy? Conclusion. Between facts and expectations behind this controversy, there is one thing that cannot be denied. The news about V and Jin has created a wave of solidarity and global discussion. Whatever the truth, it is important that we approach this news with caution and an open mind.